Hey guys, welcome to the second progress update. It's day 11 out of 14 of eating clean, and it's the 1st of Feb today. So, today we're going to cover two main things. One is all the diet changes that I've done so far to get ready for the water fast. So, if other people are looking to go into a long term water fast, this would be helpful. And we'll also look at an update on the health metrics. Cool. So the diet to get ready for the water fast involves giving up a lot of things. These are all the things I've given up already. Smoking, it's been over 11 days at this point. Have not smoked a cigarette or used a vape. Alcohol also went out on the same day in the evening. All processed foods. So anything that's kind of packaged, which is not found naturally per se, is gone. So like cookies, chips, anything with like sugary drinks. Um, you could make some argument that hummus is processed in some ways, but I do eat hummus. It's made with a lot of like whole ingredients, so extremely low processed, I would argue. Sugar is fully gone, so added sugars again, and anything that contains added sugars. So there's sugary drinks, cakes, pastries, canned fruits, gummy bears, anything like that is gone. I've also cut out grains, so rice, wheat, oat, anything containing that I cut out. This is more of a personal preference. It just makes it easier to go into the fast. All dairy products are out as well. So no yogurts, no milks, no cheeses. Sadly, not even kefir, as much as I like it. None of it. No animal foods. So that means no eggs, meat, fish, butter also at this point is out. Also, haven't been eating out at all. The exception could be if I buy a salad box from Waitrose, but that has no dressing on it, nothing processed on it, so it's just leaves and veg. But really not going out to any of the restaurants that I would normally go out to. This is a photograph of the last meal that I had from outside on Jan 21st. So yeah, none of this food anymore. Spice also fully cut it off about 5-6 days ago. So that means not adding any chilies, oils, sauces as I would have. Even like chili powders I've avoided. Some spices are there in the hummus that I buy, so that you could count as an exception for me right now. Caffeine. Man, this has been the hardest one to give up. It's been a little over 2 days now. Yesterday was rough. So coffee's gone too. What I'm having right now is a herbal tea, which is caffeine free. So this one is lemongrass and ginger. Have also been having peppermint tea. Just really makes me feel a little bit nicer, and I can function a bit normally with this. Cool. So 10 things have gone out of the diet, and what my meals are looking like right now is very green and colorful. So lots of vegetables, lots of greens. I like to steam a lot of things. I love hummus. This is hummus I made at home. Yeah, just a lot of veg, green, fruit. So yeah, just always having that. Absolutely love sprouts and avocado. So I sprout at home. I add a lot of avocado. So I'm having one or two a day. It's great. And if you're wondering if it costs a lot, I don't think it costs that much more than it would for me to go grab a meal from outside or if I was eating out. So I think overall, net, I'm not spending more on food, even though I'm eating a lot healthier. And yeah, this is another big, good, important point. I eat huge quantities. You need to eat a lot more than you think you normally eat, initially at least, to get full. Because you're now eating fruits and veg and salads, and they're not as calorie dense, so you can eat more actually. And initially, it's actually quite helpful to do that to make it easier to transition to this when you cut out like grains and the heavy foods that at least I was used to. So overall, yes, 11 days into eating clean, out of the 14 that I wanted to do it, that's phase one to get ready for the fast. And in 4 days time, so Sunday evening, this weekend, I'll be having my last meal before I start my water fast, and we'll see how long it goes. Cool. On the health metrics, we can see that now the photographs show a little bit more of a transition. At least I can see it. It's a little bit more pronounced in about 11 days of doing this. So that's good. I would say weight and measurements is going pretty well. So overall down a little over 4 kilograms. In the middle, it did go up, right? So I dropped to 95.9 on Jan 26, and then for a few days it was actually higher, and then it's come back down. And waist is down dramatically. Like I feel this over 7 centimeters, hip as well 3 odd centimeters. So the fit of clothes, I can already start sensing that there's a change, and I have continued working out regularly. Sleep quality is phenomenal. I'm getting some really good sleep. The score this day was 97, which I had never seen before, and then I had another night where I got 93 after that. Right, so it's really good. Snoring is genuinely pretty down. This day when I snored for like 132 minutes, it was actually a day where I had gone out for a long hike, so I was quite tired that day. So pretty interesting. I'm observing the sleep a bit better now. Blood sugar, again, this is looking pretty good to me. So the trend for the last 6 days or so this week, it's showing me that I'm 100% in the healthy range. I see spikes in my blood sugar, but nothing crosses 7.8 mmol, and that's amazing. Last week I was at 97%, now it's showing 100%, and a bulk of the time is 3.9 to 5.6 even. So looking pretty good to me. I've also learned a few interesting things as I've been wearing the glucose monitor. So if I have a meal and go out for a walk about 15 minutes after that, that's around the time where the blood sugar starts spiking. So a gradual leisurely walk, even for about 20 minutes or so at that point after a meal, really helps not go into a spike. Also, it was interesting to see when I had nuts one evening, my blood sugar did not spike with nuts. So it's a pretty healthy snack. And variability as well has reduced significantly. So my glucose is staying very steady at this point. I thought this would be a fun graphic to show you guys. So I do cold showers and go into the sauna, and it's pretty wild to see what happens to blood glucose when your body is dealing with that shock. So these are two graphs, so you can see the up and down. It's really like noisy, and most of the days it's really not like that. The other peaks you're seeing here are probably around food. So yes, did my first set of blood tests. This I had done on day 1 of eating clean, so about 11 days ago. I'll do a more detailed video once I do the next set of blood tests on the following Monday. So at the end of the clean eating phase, I will do another blood test. But at a high level, looks pretty good, right? But there are some alarming areas for me to look at. So cholesterol, pretty high overall. LDL is pretty high, and the HDL cholesterol is actually higher than it was when I measured 4.5 years ago, but not high enough in my view. So this is something I want to see in the next blood test, whether this has improved. Gout risk, this is pretty high. It was high the last time I measured about 4.5 years ago as well, and I'd ignored it. But this time I need to really look into this. So that's a topic for myself for during and after the fast as well. Iron looks somewhat okay. The transferrin saturation is a little bit low, but fine. We'll keep an eye out on that one. And then on the adrenal hormones, the DHEA sulfate level is extremely high. So that's another one to keep an eye on. And then for the urea and electrolytes blood test, things look pretty fine to me over here. So that's good. Electrolytes are important to keep a measure on during a long fast, which is why I do this additional test. And I will also be doing follow-up tests for this, like I will do for my blood tests, for the other blood tests. Cool. And observations so far, yeah, I really need to look at the uric acid levels. I am pretty sure I actually had a gout attack in 2021, 2022. I had pain in my big toe on my right foot. It was so excruciating and bad that I thought I had a fracture. And I went to a physio later after a few days of ignoring it. I'm surprised no one told me through the medical process that I should check for gout and uric acid levels, but I'm pretty certain that's exactly what it was. I've been reading up online, and one of the main symptoms with gout is massive pain, excruciating pain in the big toe on one foot. On a positive, I'm definitely a lot more mindful when I eat over the last few weeks. So the process of like gradually weaning out of foods makes me very, very mindful. I was extremely mindful the last few cups of coffee that I had. I was enjoying it. I was savoring it. So knowing that I'm not going to be having something after a few days and that I have to limit how much I'm having of it right now makes me value what I'm having, right? So on a normal day, using coffee as an example, I'm just going to have 3-4 cups as much as I want to. If I feel like a fifth, I'll have a fifth cup. But on the days where I was just having one a day, I really valued that cup of coffee. And that works through other food groups as well. The caffeine withdrawal, that was really rough. Like nothing else was as hard as giving up coffee. Yesterday was almost a write-off at some point after we crossed like 24-30 hours of having coffee. Like I just could not think straight. I just went to the gym then at that point. Really, really hard. It's also, I guess, the longest addiction I've had per se. But on a very positive note, I think I had the best sleep I had in years last night. Like it was deep. I don't even know how and when I passed out at some point. I was out and I didn't even get to turn on the sleep tracker. That's how fast I just fell off to sleep. There were many things I wanted to do, like turn on my dishwasher and sleep tracker. I was out. And that was interesting to see that in 36 odd hours of not having any caffeine, I had great sleep. So I've read a lot about, reducing caffeine improves sleep. I saw it firsthand yesterday. And then I woke up this morning feeling extremely fresh. And it's almost like I'm rediscovering what it means to be, what it feels like being sleepy and being fresh. So that's also amazing. And yeah, just in general, systems are functioning a lot better. As always, thank you, stay healthy, and we'll be back again in a few days with another video. Thanks. Bye.